Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our webinar today. We're excited to have Naveen Reddy from Dynamics eShop, and Naveen is going to be presenting to us on Expand Your eCommerce with eShop Solutions. And as a reminder, we are recording this webinar as well as all of our webinars, and it will be posted to our on-demand webinar library for you to review again or share with anyone. And if you do have any questions, we encourage you to type them into the questions box, and we will get them answered during our Q&A time at the end of our session. So now I'm going to pass it on over to Naveen to kick off our presentation.
Thanks, Angie. Again, thanks for the opportunity to present our solution today. So as Angie mentioned, I'm going to be presenting our solution to give you a high-level overview of how you can expand your e-commerce with all the solutions that we offer in a all-in-one solution. So I'll just run through a few slides and give you a good overview of what all our solutions that we offer, and then I'll run through some real-time transactions to show you the real demo of the product. So as a company, just a quick overview on that. The Dynamics eShop is focused in providing e-commerce for Dynamics 365 customers, specifically for the Dynamics 365 Business Central and finance and operations and CRM customers who are using that. We try to provide solutions to those customers. So from an experience background, we've been doing Dynamics 365 from 16 years, and then we moved into providing e-commerce. So our background lies on both the e-commerce as well as the ERP. So that makes us unique because a lot of e-commerce companies don't involve in the ERP side, but we are done both ERP and e-commerce implementations. So our office is out of California, US, but we do serve the customers throughout internationally. So today we're going to be presenting the eShop, which is an all-in-one integrated e-commerce with your ERP, and the integration is real-time with your ERP. So basically, you're managing all your business-related data in the ERP, like your Business Central or Finance and Operations, and that data will be utilized on the website. So you're managing one place all the key data, and website is just reading the data. And so you can consider this as a separate front end for your customers. So if you wanted to expand your operations to e-commerce, then you're just opening up a shop, and that shop is already connected to your ERP. And the front end has like a lot of templates, and depends on your business. You can pick different templates and personalize the look and feel of the site. And that basically being a B2B or B2C, all those elements are available on the front end that you can enable and disable if you don't need some of that. So this is the good slide that I wanted to spend some time. Basically, a lot of you might already be using e-commerce for your operations, but there are more to your e-commerce where you can leverage already existing e-commerce business to expand with adding additional features or additional functionality to increase your sales or give more customers experience, or gives some of the customers their own ability to do like a self-service portal. So that's the primary focus of like our all-in-one solution. Is not just like a standard e-commerce, but the ability to leverage some of your ERP data and give that to your customers so that you can cut down on customer service calls, or maybe to give some of the activity to your customers so they can do on their own instead of calling you. So one of the primary pieces that a lot of our customers utilize, and it's getting more popular, is the B2B commerce. And we use the customer portal as the terminology. Sometimes, like a lot of people say, hey, do you have customer portal? So B2B, business to business commerce, we utilize that to provide a customer, self-service customer portal feature. And with the B2B, the customer can basically leverage all the business specific data from the ERP. Mainly in the B2B, you might have customer specific prices, customer specific catalog, or customer specific inventory numbers or location warehouses. So all that data you already have in the Business Central, like their tax records or their invoices, everything is in ERP. And the eShop, once you enable the B2B commerce, your existing customers can just go online and log in, and they can see their own prices. So these prices are basically driven by your ERP, and they can place orders, and those orders will immediately go into the ERP. And if there are any rules against that customer for putting a credit hold or checking the credit limits during the checkout, so we can give them a warning message that they cannot place an order if they are on hold. So that business logic is in the ERP, but the website is showing that on the website. And the B2B customers can look at any of the historical data. So if there is any invoices, credit memos, or payments that are on their account, they can open those and view those records. And they can also download any of the reports, like customer statement reports or invoice reports or trial balance reports. Typically, any reports that you send to your customer, those can be obtained directly from the portal. So basically, it becomes a self-service portal for your customer, and they can do this 24/7, so they don't need to call and stuff. So this piece is an addition to your e-commerce. If you are just selling e-commerce, then you can do the B2B commerce. And B2C is primarily for your consumers. So any consumer basically can go online, place orders, they can register online, or they can place as a guest checkout. And all that is fully integrated with the ERP. So, I mean, a lot of customers where they have separate websites, they need to do like a manual sync process, or they need to manually enter those orders into your system or create a data port or something to pull those data. And with the eShop, basically you're automating all that stuff. So the website is basically pushing the orders right away as they place the orders, and then they can basically leverage all the pricing that you have in the BC. And typically in the B2C model, you wanted a existing payment already, like authorization happened already on the website. So if the customer wanted to place an order, they need to put a credit card or PayPal or some form of authorization before the order can go into the Business Central. And The customer can also do the tracking of the order from the My Account section, where they can look at the order status, if it's open or if it's shipped or partially shipped, and they can also do like a tracking link with the FedEx or UPS if they have tracking with those carriers. And the sales portal is mainly for your salespeople. So again, like this is in addition to your e-commerce, you can, if you wanted to expand your e-commerce to allow your sales team to sell more using the eShop, and a salesperson can log into the portal and they can place orders in behalf of the customers. And when they log in, they can see only their accounts, and they can place orders in behalf of the customers. The vendor portal, so this is a unique module built for your suppliers. So a lot of the time, the e-commerce is purely for the customer side, but eShop also provides a platform for managing your supply chain with your vendors. And the vendor portal is primarily built to communicate with your suppliers or your vendors or your subcontractors who are doing some work, or who are doing a drop ship items, or who are delivering the products. So the vendor can basically log in, and he can see all his purchase orders or purchase quotes, and they can also use this for bidding process. Like they can provide RFQs, and the customer can respond, the vendor can respond and provide their pricing through the portal, and they can upload their documents through the portal, like shipping documents, container documents. And this one is primarily built for factories or like suppliers, right? So mainly if you have factories outside the country, they can just log in and they can download the PO reports, or they can upload the container good the custom documents, anything that goes with the PO, they can upload through the portal. So it becomes like a repository of all the documents on the website. And it's a collaborative tool, so you guys can do also price negotiation through the portal. So the vendor can provide their prices, you can accept it, and you can turn that into an accepted order. All that happens through the vendor portal. So this is a very good tool if you wanted to manage your supply chain with your suppliers online instead of all the email communications. And some of all this data is available on our website, exactly what it does and stuff. And then we do offer payment portal. So this one is also very popular, where especially for the B2B customers, if you wanted to do a bill pay, where customer can pay their invoices through the portal. So all their open invoices, if you have like a certain invoices that are created in the Business Central, or maybe they're created directly on the portal based on the terms, the customer can log in and pay those invoices through the portal. So it's a great tool to cut down your time to get the cash, and people can pay with a credit card or with a checking account, like a bank account, ACH. They can pay those invoices, and they can maintain their credit cards and stuff on the portal. And the service portal, so this one is also a addition to the B2B customer portal, or even for the B2C. This one is used and integrated with the service module in the Business Central, the service management. So the customer can do any warranty registrations. They can register their products online, and that will create a service item within the Business Central, or they can view all the existing installed items and their warranties and stuff. And they can also create a service order or repair order if they need to report any issue on a particular service item or like a serial number. They can do that through the portal, and they can run their service delivery reports or service order status reports. So it's pretty much built for the service team, field services, and it's also used for ticketing. So if the people wanted to raise a ticket, and that can be routed to a technician and stuff, so like a help desk portal. And the mobile, so we do offer the responsive sites. So any sites that are done, whether it's a B2B, B2C, those are all responsive. So basically the customer can access the site on an iPhone, iPad, or on a bigger screen. Then the site will automatically adjust it to that particular screen sizes. So these are all in one solution. On top of that, we do offer like a connector solution. The connector solution is, we have some customers where they are already using a Magento site or Shopify site, but they wanted to integrate that to the Business Central. We do provide a connector that does the integration between these platforms and the Business Central. So it's like a separate product, and it's only utilized when you're already using a Magento or Shopify websites and you wanted to integrate those. So these are all out-of-the-box solutions. Then we have a huge marketplace, and the marketplace is basically there are like thousands of apps available in the marketplace, where if you wanted to expand to selling online in eBay or Amazon or on Facebook, or like do like feeds to shopping like Google Shopping or like any Walmart, if you wanted to send your feeds to those. So some of those plugins are available, and there are like thousands of apps available that you can look through. And if there is one, we install those, or we can build from scratch. But the main advantage, because there are already pre-built plugins, so it becomes pretty quickly we can add additional functionality to your store instead of building from the scratch. We do integrate with like marketing engines like a Constant Contact, MailChimp, or like Sendingblue. Those are the areas. So this is a good slide, gives a quick overview of how the e-commerce is powering by your ERP. And as you can see, the eShop is really sitting on top of the ERP database. And the key business-related data, as I'm mentioning, you will be setting up all your logins. You can have multiple logins per customer, and they can access the site. So you're basically managing those users right in the Business Central. And same thing with the pricing. So they can do pricing set up directly in the Business Central, and that's leveraged on the website. And one other thing, when it comes to the orders, so obviously, like in a B2B scenario, sometimes the customer can call you and place an order, and they can also place an order from the website, or they can place an order through EDI. All those orders will be coming into your Business Central. So the customer, when he logs in, he can see all those orders right from the Business Central onto the customer portal or the eShop My Account section, where they can look at all the open orders, open invoices, everything that is on the BC. So one great feature, like because it's reading from the ERP, it doesn't matter when you go live, right? Let's say if you go live today, then there's, let's say a customer has 5 years of history. Immediately when he logins to the eShop, he will be able to see all those historical data from the ERP. So there is no need of like doing any syncing or batch process kind of thing. So if the order is in there in the BC, then he can see that. So the catalog itself, like always, like the products and categories, especially the SKU numbers, will always be generated in the ERP and displayed to the website. And that process is done in the Business Central, whether you wanted to show that item to the website or not. And when they log in, they can basically see their products, right? So that information is maintained in the ERP. But when it comes to like the images or like videos or any spec sheets, like a lot of the times a product can have a lot of information. Like we have a good webinar done on the product information management, and that one is basically done in the content management system. So we do provide a full content management system. So for the content management system, basically you're leveraging the eShop backend, and that backend a end user can log in and update the information like images, or they can update the videos or like the long descriptions and stuff. So all that is done in the basically content management system. And then the order management, as I said, is all done and managed in the ERP. And when it comes to the payments, so we do support wide variety of payments and payment gateways, especially with the Business Central. We do integrate with the Charge Logic or iPayment solutions, and we do integrate with the Authorized.net, PayPal, Braintree. So there are multiple payment gateways that we work with. And we do also support terms, obviously, because if it's a terms customer, they will see their own credit limits and their own terms from the Business Central. And when it comes to the taxes, so the taxes are all driven by the Business Central, or we can directly integrate with the Avalara or CCH, where we can just get those taxes directly from those. And when it comes to the taxes, depends on the customer setup. Those can be available on the website. So if some customers are tax exempt, or if they have a reseller agreement certificates and stuff, so those will be maintained, and the tax liable in the Business Central can be turned off, and the website is basically looking all those setups, what you have on that particular customer. So you don't need to do anything special for the customer tax management. For the shipping from shipping, so we do integrate with the FedEx, UPS, USPS, and there are like multiple rate tables that you can manage in the system based on the dollar value or based on the weight. Those can be managed in the eShop itself, but we do pull the real-time pricing based on the customer's FedEx account or UPS or USPS account information. So the key thing from this slide is basically most of the data is managed in the ERP, especially the things that change quite frequently, like your pricing, inventory. Those are the things, and also business related data like your logic for the customer's credit limits. All that will be still sitting in the ERP. So if you have any customizations done in the Business Central, those can be leveraged on the website. So if you wanted to make that customization available for the website also, then we can just read that because we are already utilizing BC for calculations. So this is a good slide, kind of gives you like a key things that you can leverage from eShop to enhance your ERP e-commerce. So one of the key things is like having that multi-channel e-commerce in one place, like your B2B, B2C sales people, the eBay and Amazon, different marketplaces, all flowing through one application, and that one application integrated with the e-commerce or the ERP makes it easy for you to manage different channels. And the CMS that we do offer, the content management system and the marketing tools to integrate with your third-party marketing, or you can send out campaigns and stuff right from the ERP, from the eShop. And we do support multi-language, multi-currency. So if you wanted to expand it into different countries, you can quickly add a language, or you can quickly add a separate store. So we do support multi-store, and multi-store will give you like a different website on same database, and you can connect that to the same company in the Business Central or different companies, depends on how you have your entity formed. But you have that flexibility to open multi-channel. And a lot of the times, like within one company, you can have different brands, and different brands can have their own website, and that website can have their own look and feel, different logos, different skin, and all that can be done, but all at the end are connected to one single database and all connected to one company within your Business Central. And we do offer like different models of deployments, especially with the Business Central. We do offer, like for the cloud customers, we do offer a full SaaS application on cloud, and we do allow on-prem or on your own hosting servers, or on your servers deployments for Business Central on-prem customers. We talked about that, and we do offer the solution in different modes. And a lot of the time people ask like, hey, what if my connection goes down? Can we still run the website? So we do have a mixed mode or offline mode where you can run the site without having the ERP. So the main thing I like on this slide, from a operation perspective, is automation. So the handling of the website becomes easy because the website is pretty much reading most of the data from the ERP. So that ERP data already you're managing it. So from an operation perspective, if you're already doing the ERP management, then pretty much you're doing most of the 90% of the work for the website. And when it comes to the order handling, so because the website is pushing the orders real time, you can automate to the point where the website automatically prints a pick ticket to the shipping document. So we call that as no-touch orders, where basically nobody touches the order from the customer service team or operations except the shipping guys who need to pick the product and load it into the containers. So with the eShop, you can go to that level of automation. And the other things like SEO and the sitemap, search engine optimizations. So we do support those, and we do support reward points, gift cards, and coupon cards for your customers, especially in the B2C scenarios. Let's skip this, but this is a quick rundown of how we do implementations. So I'll just quickly jump into the actual demonstration of the product, running through few scenarios with a few different logins. So again, like this is the Business Central. So I'm not going to Business Central first, but I'm gonna just jump into the website. And on the website, right now I'm not logged in. So the website can be a open site to as a B2C site, or you can make it as a closed site where the customer has to have a login before they can browse the site. So typically in the B2B distribution environment, you don't want your prices to be available to the public, or you don't want anybody to see anything that you offer on the website. So that way you can restrict who can see what kind of pricing and stuff, right? So that is basically controlled from the back end, but you can leave the site to be an open site where anybody can browse. And we can also make this as a catalog site. So right now I'm showing the pricing and stuff, but a lot of the times people say, hey, I wanted to use this as a marketing engine, but I don't want it to sell it to B2C guys unless they have an approved registration with your company. So those things you can enable from the back end to make this as a catalog site and just use this for promoting, but you really need to sell it to your B2B customers, then you can have them register, login and stuff. So those things is controlled from the back end, but quickly on the look and feel, as I said, like we do provide like 70 templates, like 70 templates. So each template has a different unique look and feel of the site. So from the home page, all the categories, products, all these are managed from the Business Central, and the banners, what you want on the home page, like feature products, feature categories, are managed from the content management system to show it on the website or not. So I'll jump into some of the integration elements. So again, like standard e-commerce, as I said, like a lot of companies do have that providing. So I'll not spend a lot of time on that standard features, but I'm going to focus more what makes eShop unique, right? So right now I'm jumped into a particular product. Right now I'm not logged in, so my pricing is displaying a all customer pricing, but when I log in, I can see a different pricing. And these, so let's say I wanted to manage or log in as a B2B customers. Now this particular dropped from $900 to $40. And also now I'm showing the actual in-stock numbers to my customers. So as a B2B customer, there are like customer specific prices and then the customer specific inventory. So he can see exactly what's coming from the website or from the ERP. And then the key other elements like your long descriptions, your videos, your spec sheets, any specifications, all those are managed in the content management system because in the Business Central, it's really not made to manage all this content. So we do provide a full content management system. So I can just click on manage this page. And that will basically take me to the back end of that particular product where I can put like a lot more descriptions, videos, all the standard things that you can do with a e-commerce website. And let me quickly run through like a quick order processing so you can see how these orders are sent to Business Central. So during the checkout, we can do like estimated shipping, coupons, or gift cards, especially for the B2C. So those are triggered in the ERP. So all the shipping addresses are coming from your Business Central. And the shipping methods, you can specify different methods, different payment methods. And let's say as a B2B, I wanted to pay on terms, I can just do a terms customer. Then once the order is confirmed, basically I can review those data, and if there are any taxes for this particular customer, those taxes will be pulled from the ERP. And as you can see, the order number, so these orders are sitting in the Business Central. So I can grab this order number and I can just get those orders. So here is the order that we just placed on the website. So it's all automated where once the order is placed, it immediately shows up on the website. If I wanted to change some quantities on that particular order, I can do that right in the system. And when I make those changes, all the changes are available to the customer, so he can immediately see those changes. And they can also do like, okay, now it's automatically updated. So this screen basically pulls all the data from the ERP, and they can download any of the reports from the ERP. So this is a great feature if you wanted to give them different reports from the ERP. They can leverage and look at the order confirmation report, and this is a BC report. And the customer has all the information like all the open orders, closed orders, transactions. So if he wanted to see his invoices, payments, credit memos, anything that is on the account, they can see those, and they can manage their own logins. So if I wanted to add more logins and stuff, so I can just add those logins for my employees. So as a B2B customer, if I wanted to add like different employees, then I can add that and show those different employees in the portal. So and you can manage like different pricing and stuff. So if you wanted to give different access, like let's say my manager can have this adding the user role, but let's say my employees, they don't need to have this. So you can manage that, and also you can hide some of the transactions. Let's say you don't want it to give your access to the reports to some of the users, then you can hide those sections to the customer. So all these reports are coming again from the ERP. So if I wanted to look at all my invoice reports, I can just run that report, and that will give me like all the invoices exist in the account. So this is all my invoices. And there's like a lot more information that I was talking about, like giving the service orders and service management portal related stuff. I think I have one login where I can quickly show you how there's a lot more that we can show it to the customer. So if you wanted to expand and give them more information, like all the open orders, closed orders, if you are into service orders, they can look at the service orders. If you have like service items, like installed products, they can look at those, and they can create like service requests from the portal, and written orders, purchase orders. There's a lot more in here that we can, if the data is in the Business Central, pretty much we can give that option. So one other thing, if you wanted to collect like any documents from your customers, like your maybe tax certificates or something, so they can upload that through the portal. Okay, and as let me quickly log out, and as a I can do like some of the registration. So I can do as a new registrant, I can just create an account on the portal. So this one will allow me to create a brand new BC account, and I can start placing my orders. And once I registered, basically it creates an account for me. And if you don't want to create your customers an account, those can be restricted, and they can place orders through a guest checkout. So you don't need to give them the ability to register if you don't want to. So, but B2C customers can register, and that registrations will create a login in the login and customer. So if I look at my customers as I registered now, there will be already a registered customer that we just placed right now. So this is the customer that we just registered on the portal. And the different types of logins I was talking about, like if you wanted to allow like payments and stuff through the portal, like the customers can look at their transaction, and they can do like pay their invoices. Like as you can see on the invoices, if they are open, they can go into pay invoice, and they can make payments and stuff through credit cards or through the ACH and stuff. So truly it can be used like a bill pay portal. And let me quickly jump into the backend. And from the backend perspective, again, like this is the content management system, where an end user can quickly look at like different stats about the product and stuff, but there is like a lot more in here. Like they can build their own content pages, like different pages they wanted to add, like for a marketing perspective, if they wanted to add a new page, a web page, they can literally add that, and that will create like a web page and with the web URL and stuff. So without any developer experience, you can do a lot of page building and stuff. So this is where like a lot of the configurations happens, like payment methods and shipping methods. So what kind of shipping providers that you do, and I can basically set up my own configuration of the shipping and stuff. So truly like anything that is needed from the website perspective, you either do it in the ERP or you will be doing it in the content management system for you to manage all that. Okay, again, Angie, I think I'm to the point where I wanted to leave some time for you if you have any questions or anything.
Yes, Naveen, thank you. If anybody has any other questions, please feel free to type them into the questions box, and Naveen will get them addressed. The first question that came through is, what type of integrations do you have, real-time or offline, or both?
So, yeah, thanks, Angie. So we do offer the three different ways of implementations. We do completely fully real-time integrated, where everything is pulled from the Business Central, or we can do like an offline mode where you basically can sync the data between the ERP and eShop and pull the data that way. Or we can do like a mixed mode where some information comes from the ERP and some information comes from the eShop. So these are the three different varieties, and based on the customer needs, based on that information where they want to pull it from, we make that determination. Yep.
Okay.
Hope that answers.
Yep. Thank you. And the next question is B2B and B2C one side or separate sides?
Right. So during my presentation, I was talking a lot about all-in-one solution, and basically what it means, it's a single platform for both the B2B, B2C, and some of the other modules we were showing. But based on the login, the customer will see different features enabled. Like if he's a B2B, then he will see something different compared to the B2C. So that's how we control. But we do offer option to have a completely separate site on the same database, or a separate site with its own database. So we do offer that way if the customer has that need. Otherwise, it's all in one. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Naveen. We do have another question. You mentioned a credit card integration is required, but what about the shipping functions? Does the FedEx, for example, require integration with another app inside BC?
When it comes to the shipping, we do provide a full integration with the FedEx and UPS or USPS. So when it comes to the website, we pull all that data real time from the FedEx companies, and we push that into the Business Central for the rates on the sales order. But when it comes to like if you wanted to print any package labels and stuff within the BC, then you will need to have that in the BC for printing the package labels and stuff. But from the rate perspective, the website will do have the real-time integration.
Okay, great. Thank you, Naveen. If anybody has any further questions, please get those into the questions box and we can get them addressed by Naveen. All right, well, I think that's all the questions that we have for you today, Naveen. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Naveen, for the presentation. It was very well informative.
Thank you.
And we also have a new round of training workshops for you and your team members to attend. If you'd like to visit our training workshop page, that site is inovia.com/workshops. And you can check there for more information and to register for the training workshop that fits your role. And we do have more webinars coming up. Next Tuesday afternoon, we have Avalera presenting on top tax tips and concerns for manufacturers. And next Thursday afternoon, we have our very own Lisa Doran presenting on your guide to customizing profiles in the Business Central web client. So check out our website for more of our upcoming events, and that's inovia.com/events. And we do have a podcast going on. If you have not heard of it already, it's called the Inovia Conversation. And we just want to encourage you to listen to the selection that our hosts, Steve Waltz and Jeff Progolski, have provided to us. And you can find out about all the different podcast platforms to listen to on our podcast page. And that's inovia.com/podcast. So check out that selection and subscribe so you'll get notified when those new episodes air. All right, well, everyone, thank you again for attending. Thank you, Naveen, for presenting to us. And we look forward to seeing you soon on another Inovia webinar. Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Have a
Thanks,
great day.
Naveen.
Bye-bye.